Thanks for staying with us. So on Monday, we took the story of the senator who assaulted an Uber driver. Was he a Bolt driver? One of them slapped him 3 times and threatened to deal with him. In his own words, he says, "Do you know who I am?" Nigerians took to social media, obviously, to demand justice for the driver. Groups also demanded arrest and prosecution of the Nigerian lawmaker over the assault and threats. This led to him, the senator, apologizing in the House. Nigerians got angry, saying that he should have actually faced the man to have this apology, you know, that the written apology is not effective to many some Nigerians. Of course, we wanted to hear your thoughts on this. What did you agree? Because Nigerians are saying, yes, he has apologized, but we want him to apologize to the Bolt driver. Also, we heard in a recent report that he got a 500,000 naira bill from the court, because obviously this matter has gone to court. And obviously when Nigerians hear bail, they think, he has gone home. You know, many of them cannot process the fact that it's a law procedure. It's a court procedure where you go out on bail. Doesn't mean the case is over, but Nigerians have automatically, in their mind, concluded that he has gone home. So what are your thoughts on this? And I like this show to help to clarify Nigerians, to help Nigerians see things from different perspectives. You can call us on 081-0764-1679, 090241634440. You can also send us messages on YouTube and on X. We'll be happy to read your messages. Yes, YK?
Yeah, I think the court case has been adjourned till the 7th of November or something.
8th of November.
Yeah. So I don't really want to talk. What I really want to talk about is our lawmakers. You see, what happens is that when they get there, they have this serious, first of all, a disconnection with the people that they are supposed to be leading. So they become rulers instead of leaders. That's number one. Number two, they will now have police here, orderly here. Why they need it, I don't know. But they have those. So they now get this self-importance and lose. So what he did was not out of character. It was, he just showed himself and what many of them might do. I don't want to say will do, but might. Calm down. I'm sitting here, you know who I am? Why must we always ask, do you know who I am? Who are you? That's number one. Why I wanted to talk about this is because a few weeks ago I was on Third Mainland. Third Mainland, there's a 80, what's the speed limit?
Yeah.
Of 80 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
When I'm on that bridge, I don't do more than 80. I heard their cameras, but I don't know if everybody has heard, because everybody is still speeding, and I don't think they are priming anybody. So people are just speeding, but I do my 80. I saw a convoy with the insignia of the Senate President. I don't know if the Senate President was in the car, but I saw a convoy. They were going, I'm telling you,
over 100.
At least 120. They nearly removed me into the water. I was just like, eh? Speed! For what? There was no go slow. Yeah, if you are rushing to the airport, you could have left in time. So you don't have to speed and endanger the lives of people. So they have lost, so may not be him himself, maybe the people around him who have lost touch with reality. And so they continue to do this kind of things. If he had killed somebody that day, or if that convoy, I don't him because he was not driving. I don't know who was driving. I just know it had his
emblem.
Okay, let me just say, anytime you use the phrase "go slow," we can tell your generation. We don't use that phrase anymore. Anyway, so
She didn't
know because we always know your generation.
What do you call it now?
It's traffic. There's traffic.
Oh. So hold up, Uncle.
Hold up. Go slow. That's the days of Moluwe. Never go slow. And this 2024, you're saying go slow.
When you are inside, if the traffic I entered on Friday,
let me take you.
It was heavy go slow. It was 4 hours.
Okay, let me go back to you.
5 minutes journey.
The reason why I always disagree with you in some cases, because you always look at these lawmakers as if whenever it's political season, we go to Mars and ship these people from this Mars and bring them into leadership. Forgetting that the diva that is making up does exactly the same thing to her makeup artist. The gate man does exactly the same thing to the person that's coming through. The guy in the office does exactly the same thing to everybody. Every Nigerian, we have it. So it's these Nigerians that enter these political offices and do exactly the same thing. That's number one. Number two, the system provides them with the apparatus that we're complaining about. All these vehicles, all these assistants, all these essays, it is the system that says, okay, you're allowed to have 30 essays. You're allowed to have 10 vehicles supporting you. You're allowed to have X amount. The system itself needs to be fixed such that, and I think the president is trying to do that, where they are making them more leaning out all these security apparatus that these guys are having. So we are the people. I always have an issue where Nigerians find it so easy to point fingers and say, oh, those lawmakers. But we are all like that. Every other person, Nigerian, from the lowest to the highest, every strata you find these kind of behaviors there. It's because we're not caught them. Because there's no camera following everybody. If camera follows everybody, you see that all of us, many Nigerians, are the same. Now, a few of us aren't. A few of us have those values that we uphold, but many don't.
So, Morayo, people will do what they feel like doing because the system has not constrained them to a higher standard. And the system is created by our leaders.
Who is the system?
Give me.
Is the system coming from Mars, or who is the human being that's going to create the system?
Created by our leaders.
Who is
so
this
the
leader?
People, like you said, a large crop of Nigerians would take advantage of no camera, I would blow the speed. Red lights, I will blow past. Even in Abuja, oh God. Abuja, they don't, I don't know, it's like the street light is just a signboard in Abuja because the way they just drive through the street light when it goes red, the system constrains people to the standard the system creates. Now, the system is not working. The good people will do good. The bad people will do the bad they want to do. And the good person will start looking at themselves like, why am I just doing good here? So you might have lawmakers that are good, that will be telling you that never don't speak too much. They'll be like, oh God, let us blow this thing and move. So you will not be looking at yourself. They will be the one teaching you how it could be done because the system has not created a structure for how everybody should live. And until we do that, we in Lagos State, we had a governor that came in and said, I will not have siren. I will not blow. I will not push people out of the way. I will stay in the traffic. And another governor came and we went back to status quo. So it means leadership might come and go, but if it is not entrenched in the system, it will continue to come back here, where we will say Nigeria has happened or something has gone wrong.
So, Tope, my point, therefore, is that if I bring in a leader who changes the system, he's wasting his time. Because until the people align... So imagine if that Fashola... No. Imagine, we can't have a Fashola forever. Somebody must come in now. If Fashola goes, finally has gone, thank God, we can go back to our normal behavior. But if the system is such that the people are already stakeholders, they've aligned and they've said, you know what, I'm going to school with that they are committed to this vision that this guy had put in place. We will not, when the next governor comes, they'll be the one teaching him that, here in this Lagos State, we don't use sirens anymore. We've stopped it. They won't allow him that liberty to say, let's go back to siren. The point I'm trying to make is that it's not always about one person. It's about Nigerians. Us, with the people, changing.
Look, I keep on telling you that if you have a child and you train that child from, and not only do you train that child from infancy to adulthood, the child sees you and doing what you are training, you are doing the same thing. Not that I will say, do as I do, don't do
as I say.
Do as I say, not as I do. I'm telling you, do this, and then I'm doing the opposite of what you are telling me to do. Of course, I'm going to follow the one that will be convenient to me, and that's the bad thing, which is what has happened in Nigeria today. Our leaders will come and say, don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. And everyone
follow the law, but you are disobeying the law.
You say I shouldn't go at 120, and you are going at 120. Of course, I'm going to go at 120. So what is happening?
I'll come to you in a second. Let me take this call.
Leadership by example. Take the call. I haven't finished.
Mike, I'll go to a market and I'll come back to you.
No, I have to finish. Please don't vex.
Mike, thanks for calling. You're live, Mike.
Okay. I love this topic that you guys are discussing today. And I agree with you. I agree with Morayo 100%. You see, in Nigerians, the difference between most Nigerians I see and our corrupt leaders is just opportunity.
Exactly.
That's just the truth. Once you see them, they get into the position of authority, you see them even behaving worse. You see someone speaking against the ills because the person has not gotten that opportunity. It's only opportunity that defines who a Nigerian is.
Yeah.
So what you saw that lawmaker doing, he didn't do it out of anger. It's in him. And everybody is oppressing each other according to their influence of authority. Simple. And that's just the truth. So we have to change our mentality as a
Simple.
people.
Thank you very
This
much.
country is not going anywhere.
You're absolutely correct. Thank you very much. Wake.
So, as I was saying, I hear what he says, but what I'm saying is, if you do not keep at it and keep making sure, but if you are telling me don't do this, and you are doing it, tomorrow I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to, and so what has happened over the years is we have carried it to, I mean, there was a story in the papers that I didn't take. EFCC arrested 50 Yahoo boys. Now, is Yahoo good or bad? It's bad. But there is a governor that EFCC has refused to arrest. They are going up and down. I mean,
Former governor.
Yes.
a former governor, sorry, not a governor, a former governor.
Yes.
But they still call their excellency even after they've gone.
Yes.
Whether you're excellent or not, your excellency.
Yeah.
So, now, you are chasing the ones that can't fight. The ones that can
Yes.
make bagado. You have left that one. And we're all here, we're all seeing it. So tomorrow, I will get there and I will do the same thing.
Okay. Point
Because
taken.
I've seen that there is no punishment for the people that get away with it.
Okay, let me come to Amaka, then I'll come back to you.
So
Wake.
it's called public servants. Public servants, but they don't realize that they are actually serving people. But I realize that I hear your point, but we've also digressed from the cross of the conversation. Cross of conversation was apology, whether face-to-face apology or written apology. On the right, because that was what I heard from where it started.
Face-to-face,
Yes. So for me, first of all, this matter is a criminal, is an offence that has been taken to the courts, and it's going to go to trial. And he has pled not guilty. So how do you expect someone that pled not guilty to apologize to you?
Or how do you accept the apology from someone
That's pled not guilty? So let's look at it from this perspective. You've gone to court. You said you're not guilty of the offence, right? So what are you apologizing for? And even if you want to apologize, why should I accept your apology when you said you did not commit the act? What are you apologizing? So what are you sorry for? So we need to deal with that first. Then we'll now come to the fact whether it's written or face-to-face. Whether written or face-to-face, apology, because it's something that, it's just something that, where we push away to, let me talk. All of you have been talking since, let me land.
Please land.
So, what do I want to say? If it's, I understand that if it's written, at least if it's written and it's published, it will suffice because this matter was made public. Everybody had an opinion. So if it does it face-to-face, how are we going to know with the public that was also invited into the matter, that was part of the matter, that opinion that we're here discussing today? So I think a written apology will also suffice because we publish. Let us really know what he said, how it was said. But for a man that said that he is not guilty of an offense, we don't need your apology.
Okay, point taken. Let me take this call. Paul from Agege, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I really like this topic. I want to align with Madam Waike. I think it's really all about the way our leaders behave. I watched the video and I was so amazed at his audacity, saying he would make the person vanish, and that's how most of our leaders have become. Like you were talking, Madam Morayo was talking about the governor coming in and changing the system. That governor is a leader. If one leader set a standard, the other leader should take on that leadership and continue with it. So when they see that the leader is changing things, or if people say, oh, we don't want that, we want to return, the leader can stand his ground and say, no, this is the best way, let's go that way. It all boils down to our leaders. When we see what they do, we just copy them. Like Mama YK said, if you train up a child from growing up, the child becomes somebody in the society with respect for everything that he comes across in his life.
Right.
So I really think that our leaders should really give us the example that we would like to see.
Thank you very much, Paul. Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.